Former presidential candidate and human rights activist Sowore has stated that the administration of President Bola Tinubu has reached a high-level secret pact with the judiciary to either sentence Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, to death or life imprisonment. Sowore, in a post on Wednesday, said the decision had already been made through a top-level political conspiracy and that the ongoing legal proceedings were mainly a formality to legitimize the outcome. He added that the move was being dressed up in the guise of judicial procedure, suggesting that Justice Omotosho, who is handling Kanu's case, may interpret Kanu's refusal to open his defense as an admission of guilt. According to Sowore, such an interpretation would conveniently justify a verdict that had already been agreed upon behind closed doors. The activist warned that anticipated ruling expected in November could mirror one of the darkest moments in Nigeria's history, drawing a parallel to the 1995 execution of Ken Saro-Wiwa and 8 other Ugoni activists under the military regime of General Sani Abacha. Sowore described the situation as a haunting historical echo. He added that Kanu's trial had ceased to be about justice and had instead become a test of conscience for the Nigerian state and its citizens alike. Recall that Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja gave Kanu until Wednesday, November 5, to open his defense in the terrorism case against him or forfeit his right to do so. The judge issued the directive after Kanu, for the 4th consecutive day, insisted he would not begin his defense following the prosecution's closure of its case and the court's earlier dismissal of his no-case submission. Justice Omotosho thereafter warned that if Kanu does not open his defense on Wednesday, November 5, he would be considered to have voluntarily waived his right. The court had earlier, on October 27, adjourned to November 4 for Kanu to either file his final written address or proceed with his defense. At Tuesday's sitting, Kanu, who is representing himself, informed the court that he had not filed any final written address as instructed, but had instead submitted a motion and a supporting affidavit. He insisted that he would not present any defense, stating that there was no valid or existing charge against him under any known law. Kanu also declared that he would not return to detention, demanding his immediate release and freedom, as he maintained that there was no lawful basis for his continued trial. In his ruling, Justice Omotosho held that Kanu's recent filings were properly submitted and would be evaluated during judgment. Acknowledging that Kanu is not a lawyer, the judge said he should be allowed time to seek legal advice and obtain necessary assistance. Justice Omotosho then adjourned the case to November 5 for Kanu to either open his defense or be deemed to have forfeited his right to do